Hey, could you point me to the mixing room?
I'm addicted and expensive. Byron Wilcott. And I'm watching WGS-TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFXTV. I'm WB Bojo, and this is going to be my Impact Wrestling review for the week of March 21st, 2013. Now, the majority of this show was, I want to say, taken or reserved for the storyline for Bully Ray kind of revealing the con of the Aces and Eights and everything he did throughout the past 9 months to set his plan in motion. Now, from the way it played out, they really could have condensed it in a sense and probably made it into one segment, or maybe like a 10 to 15 minute segment, but you know, they just dragged it out. And I kind of had the feeling that they were going to go this route because I saw a preview video from TNA Wrestling on their YouTube channel earlier today, and it just got me thinking, oh Lord, I'm going to say about 50 to 65% of the show was devoted to Bully Ray's con, as it were. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I think TNA kind of made a mistake kind of formatting the show in that fashion. I think it could have been done better if they would have dedicated just one segment, maybe 15, 20, even 25 minutes into the con and telling the story of it instead of dragging it out throughout the course of the show. But then again, that's just my opinion. So let's get to the opening of the show. The opening of the show, Hulk Hogan came out and wanted to talk with the four guys who were out there first last week. Of course, remember the big brawl between TNA and Aces and Eights that ended up with Aces and Eights coming out on top. Hulk Hogan wanted to talk with these four guys out in the ring and get them recognized for being, true leaders in TNA. And it was Jeff Hardy, it was Magnus, Samoa Joe, and Kurt Angle. Now, Jeff Hardy, probably already having a rematch clause in his contract, decides to say, hey, let's go ahead and have a fatal four-way and decide a new #1 contender that way. Hulk Hogan says, I like that idea. We're going to go ahead and have it. Even though technically Jeff Hardy still has a rematch clause in his contract. So, yeah, ways to think outside the box, TNA. 3.5 out of 5 on that opening segment. Next up is the tag team title match we were supposed to have last week. Oh, incidentally, by the way, this was a taped Impact Wrestling. Do not be fooled from what you saw. It was exactly the same venue, still in Chicago, a lot of the same fans, including a lot of the same signs that I recognized from last week's show. So, technically, this is the tag team title match we were supposed to have aired last week. It was Bobby Roode and Austin Aries taking on Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez. Now, at one point in the match, Kazarian comes out and distracts the referee and Chavo, who was on the top rope, getting ready to hit the frog splash finisher on, I believe it was Austin Aries. Then out comes Daniels, who throws Chavo off the top rope. Aries rolls up Chavo and gets the victory without Roode and Aries knowing that they had help from Bad Influence. And then Bad Influence takes out Roode and Austin Aries. So apparently now Bad Influence is now vying for a shot at the tag team titles. Now, will TNA take this as an opportunity to turn either team face? That's the main question. Or will they continue to use Guerrero and Hernandez and keep them as a face tag team and kind of make this like a triangle storyline of sorts. You know, just thinking outside the box, guys and gals. 3.5 out of 5 on the match in itself. Next up, we had the X Division title on the line as Kenny King defended the title against Sanjay Dutt and Zema Ion. This was, you know, this kind of had the old X Division feel to it because you saw a lot of high-flying stuff. You had Sanjay Dutt there, and Kenny King loaded with talent. So was Zema Ion, and you know, we saw a lot of the great high-flying stuff that made me fall in love with the X Division, what made the X Division stand out so much. We had kind of a reintroduction to it because apparently now we have seen promos for the X Division, the Next Generation. Well, it's either the Next Generation or the New Generation. But I'm really hoping that they kind of rekindle the X Division and bring it back to what it once was, one of the mainstays of what made TNA and Impact Wrestling so great to watch. Kenny King got the victory with a springboard blockbuster on to Sanjay Dutt. 4 out of 5 on that one, and by far match of the night. Taryn Terrell came out next and actually cut a promo about her recent encounters with Gail Kim, and the fact that she feels like she might be getting fired as a referee. Gail Kim comes in to gloat, and then Brooke Hogan comes out. Brooke Hogan says, "Yeah, I have to be fair. I am the VP of the Knockouts. You are terminated as referee, but I am now signing you to a contract as a part of the Knockouts roster." So evidently now we're going to have a feud and possible matchup coming within the next few weeks between Taryn Terrell and Gail Kim. Taryn Terrell, hot. Gail Kim, hot. Brooke Hogan, eh. Bully Ray comes out to kind of just face off with Brooke Hogan after all this happened, and the only thing Brooke Hogan could say in response was, "I hate you. I hate you." 3.5 out of 5. Matt Morgan and Joseph Park was next in what I really consider to be the shit match of the evening. I mean, one of the worst matches of the night, and that was Morgan and Joseph Park. Matt Morgan trying to copy the Daniel Bryan look, or the Josh Reddick look, or whatever the hell his name is. You know, the two guys that are having the beard off. And Joseph Park. The Joseph Park gimmick, you know, was hilarious and entertaining as it's been. Inside the ring, crap. We need the Abyss gimmick back. And I want to know if you this is kind of a comment question for you guys who are watching the review right now. Do you agree with that? Do you agree that we need the Abyss gimmick back? Put your answers in the comment section below and tell me why. But Matt Morgan gets the win with the carbon footprint, and after he delivers it, he lands on his butt. 2 out of 5. You know, that's as best as I can give it. 2 out of 5. And next up was an interview, supposed interview with AJ Styles. I say supposed because AJ Styles came out and didn't say a word, a la Sting. Taz interrupts Mike Tna, who was conducting the interview, and said that the guys over at Aces and Aces wanted to give you a prospect jacket where you're going to have to earn your way up in the ranks of the club. AJ Styles didn't, no reaction from that either. Then out comes Cowboy James Storm. James Storm apparently now wanting to fight with AJ Styles. And again, just no reactions from Styles, except for him to back away and walk away from the fight. Okay, apparently now AJ Styles is the new Sting, without the makeup. He's just going to come out there, not say a word, and just beat up people. I really don't know what else to say about it. I really don't know how else to describe it, but I'm going to give it a benefit of the doubt and give it a 3 out of 5. The main event was the Fatal 4-Way match for the #1 contendership. Jeff Hardy taking on Samoa Joe and Magnus and Kurt Angle. I thought it was a very decent main event match, even though it was going to be kind of blatantly obvious that Jeff Hardy was going to be thrusted into the limelight again. considering the fact that this match shouldn't have happened in the first place, because Jeff Hardy technically already had a rematch clause in his contract from losing the title to Bully Ray at Lockdown. So, I'm 3.5 out of 5 is what I can basically give it, and you know, there's really not much I can say about Impact Wrestling this week. It just really wasn't that good. So my overall score for Impact Wrestling this week, it's got to be a 3 out of 5. The opening with Hulk Hogan announcing, you know, Jeff Hardy, Magnus Samoa Joe, and Kurt Angle would be in a fatal 4-way for the #1 contendership, kind of really didn't make any sense, since, again, you know, I don't know how many times I have to say it, but technically, storyline-wise, Jeff Hardy should have had a rematch clause in his contract from losing the title to Bully Ray at Lockdown. I mean, how can TNA just kind of overlook that? It just really boggles my mind. Bobby Roode and Austin Aries retaining the titles against Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez, and then getting beat down by Bad Influence. You know, there's either one or two things that I see out of this. Either we will have one of the teams turn face, or we'll keep Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez inserted into the storyline, keep them as a face team, and just have kind of like a triangle storyline over the tag team title. But Kenny King retaining the X Division title against Sanjay Dutt and Zema Ion. Again, this was just a harkening back to what made the X Division so great, and it was great to see that in this match. The announcement that Taryn Terrell is now an actual knockout in TNA, and spearing Gail Kim, who was wearing a very sexy blue dress. I thought it was just, I think we all won on that one. Matt Morgan and Joseph Park, by far, worst match of the night. Yeah, I mean, this was terrible. The interview with AJ Styles, and then Taz interrupting to kind of offer him to be a prospect in Aces and Eights, and then Cowboy James Storm coming in to confront AJ Styles. I am still just really confused as to where they're going with this. And then Jeff Hardy winning the Fatal 4-Way #1 Contenders match. This match shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened, but it was still a decent main event match. I'll have to give them their due. It was still a decent main event match. So what I want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on TNA Impact this week. Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below, or Impact Wrestling, I should say. Don't forget to like and favorite this video, and don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network. So with that being said, I'm Double B Finley Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching.
Stoke Artist. Stoke Artist. Stoke Artist. Stoke Artist. Spiritual speaking. Stoke Artist. Stoke Artist. I'm Haley Ringrose. Stoke Artist.
My name's Andrew Weatherall.
Spiritual speaking. Stoke Artist.